We've finally entered the precincts of the Tsurugaoka Hachimangu shrine. You can see the main building at the top of the stairs from the entrance. Let's try our best to get up there. We pass through the third torii gate and enter the precincts. There is a small bridge in front of us, the Taiko Bridge. It is so named because of the round arch shape that makes it look like a taiko drum. The bridge was originally made of wood and painted red, but it collapsed in the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923. The current bridge is made of stone and was built in 1927. It is said that back in the day, the shogun would get off his palanquin before this bridge and head for the shrine. Maybe only the shogun was allowed to cross it. There was a time when ordinary people could freely go over this bridge, and it was a popular photo spot. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to cross it now, so let's cross one of the side bridges. The pond is especially beautiful in the early summer when the lotus flowers are in bloom. You can see a lot of black and white flags on the right side of the bridge, right? As you walk among the flags, you will see a small shrine building dedicated to Benzai-ten. It is said to have been built in 1182 by Minamoto no Yoritomo's wife, Hojo Masako, so that her husband would be victorious in battle. In fact, Minamoto no Yoritomo and Hojo Masako were married for love, which was rare in those days. Maybe that's why she built this shrine for her beloved husband. So lovely! These flags bear the symbol of the Minamoto clan. Even today, people who visit the shrine to pray for victory buy and donate them. Let's go back to the approach. The path with stone pavement in the middle and the gravel on both sides form the approach. The middle of the path is considered to be the path of the gods, so if you walk on the side path instead of in the middle, you will be a Shinto pro. It may be a bit hard to walk on gravel, but the sound of the stones crunching against each other is said to calm your mind and purify the worshippers walking here. Sometimes there are food stalls along both sides of the path, so if you are hungry, you can buy something to eat here. On the left side, before going up a few steps, there is a chozuya where you can purify your hands and mouth. In this video, it was autumn, the season of beautiful chrysanthemums. So the chozuya was filled with chrysanthemum flowers. In autumn, some shrines and temples fill their chozuya with chrysanthemum flowers like this. If that's the case, there is also a temporary chozuya next to it where you can properly cleanse your hands. Anyway, the chrysanthemum flowers are beautiful. At the top of the small stairway, there is a maiden. The first maiden was built in 1193, but unfortunately, it also collapsed in the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923. And the current building, which you are seeing now, was rebuilt in 1933. Originally, it was built to dedicate dances at the shrine during festivals. Nowadays, it is used not only for festivals, but also for weddings, concerts, and other events. If you come here on a weekend, chances are that you will see a wedding ceremony taking place. On the left side of the main hall, you can see sake barrels that are donated to the gods. Each barrel has a beautifully designed label with the name of the sake brewery written on it, and it can hold up to 72 liters of sake. In the old days, drinking sake during a ritual was the way to get a message from the god. I wonder if that's true. Maybe they were just drunk. The current barrels are just for display and are empty inside. Too bad. Usually, the decorative barrels and their contents are dedicated separately, and the sake is served during a ritual. But since the amount of sake is quite large, money is sometimes given instead of sake, and the barrels are displayed for advertising purposes. There is a ginkgo tree on the left side of the stairs leading to the main shrine. On the stairway side, there's a small ginkgo tree fenced off by a rope, right? Actually, there was a big ginkgo tree standing here, which was said to be 800 to 1,000 years old, 30 meters high, and a circumference of more than 6 meters. This large tree had been loved by many people and was a symbol of Tsurugaoka Hachimangu for many years. But unfortunately, it didn't survive a strong storm in March 2010. The trunk of the ginkgo tree, which was cut off 4 meters from the roots, was transplanted to the left side of the child ginkgo tree. That is now the parent ginkgo tree. Even after it was transplanted, new branches keep coming out of the trunk. It has amazing vitality. The child ginkgo tree has grown up completely after being regenerated by using some parts of the fallen ginkgo tree. In 2014, you couldn't see any trunk at all yet. But by now, it's already this big. The roots of the original parent ginkgo were still here, so it grew from there. They really look like parent and child. Today, these two ginkgo trees are still enshrined as sacred trees and are popular among worshippers as a symbol of the bond between parent and child and the power of life. Since they are sacred trees, they are surrounded by a rope. On the precincts of the shrine, you can buy a votive tablet in the shape of a ginkgo tree, on which you can write your wish. This popular votive tablet is an original of the shrine in honor of vitality of the baby ginkgo and the strength of the parent ginkgo, which was tall enough to reach the heavens. Ginkgo trees are often seen at temples and shrines. It is said that they are often planted with the hope that they will not catch fire, since they contain a lot of water and are not easily burned in a fire. It's true that you see them in many temples and shrines. After going up the big staircase with 61 steps, you will find the most important building of the Tsurugaoka Hachimangu, the Hongu or main shrine. When it was first built, it wasn't built on a hill like the one we see today, but when all the buildings on the grounds were destroyed by a fire, Minamoto no Yoritomo built it on a hill like this when he rebuilt it, so that the main shrine at least wouldn't be damaged. But after that, it was still destroyed by fires and earthquakes many times, and the present building is a version that was built after the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923. based on the shape of the original reconstruction in 1828. It can be actually seen from below while you are going up the staircase, and what is now standing in front of you is the gate called the Romon, which guards the main shrine. That's why there are slightly scary-looking samurai figures on both sides guarding the main shrine. These samurai are called Zuijin, or guardians of the imperial family and nobility of the time. You can see what the samurai in those days would have looked like during ceremonies, right? Just like the Neo statues making a pair at the Neomon gate, one figure opens its mouth saying "ah," and the other closes saying "mm." Now let's look at the top of the gate. On the plaque above it, it says Hachimangu, but the first letter meaning Hachi consists of a painting of two doves. Can you see them? It's cute. There's meaning behind it. The doves are said to be messengers of Hachiman, one of the gods enshrined at Tsurugaoka Hachimangu. Hachiman is the god of victory. As a messenger of this god, pigeons have probably been cherished by many samurai since ancient times. You can buy charms in the shape of cute doves here, so don't forget to stop by the shrine office. After passing through the Romon gate, you will reach the main shrine, and photography is not allowed from here. Please pray with two bows, two claps, and one more bow. After you've gone through the gate, you'll see a beautiful view from up on high. If you use a telephoto lens, you can even see the first torii gate. After leaving the main shrines, go to the right and you'll find the shrine office, where you can buy good luck charms and fortune papers. People who draw a fortune paper with bad luck tie them here and go home, hoping that the gods will change their fate for the better. It's colorful and beautiful. If you keep going, you'll come to a place where there are several red torii gates lined up in a row. This is the Maruyama Inari Shrine. In fact, it has been here since before the Tsurugaoka Hachimangu was built, and the god who protects this land is enshrined here. Since you are here, why don't you walk through the torii gate and up the stairs? You've done a lot of walking, so you are probably tired and a little hungry, aren't you? I mentioned pigeons earlier, and there is a cookie that is a typical souvenir of Kamakura that you should definitely try. It's called hato sabure. In the late 19th century, the first generation of original maker Toyoshimaya was impressed by the taste of cookies given to him by a foreigner. And since he worshipped the Tsurugaoka Hachimangu, he made an original cookie in the shape of a dove. Today, it has become a must-buy souvenir of Kamakura among Japanese people. The main store is located in Wakamiya Oji. Be sure to drop by.